Hello everybody, this is Purge, and welcome back to the next game of the defense today. We're going to be watching PANZER versus mouz. Two German teams here, and it's going to be an awesome time, that's for sure. PANZER Alex is going to be captaining for them. Very, very good picking. They play a lot of interesting heroes, a lot of heroes like Life Stealer, things like that. So I'm pretty excited to see how this ends up going on. PANZER Leaf has a couple stand-ins. At least Kuroki is not a official portion of their team, but they're all German players, so Leaf is a very talented player. I'm not sure who this guy is, but the other players look very familiar. So I've seen actually quite a few PANZER games so far, and they're a very good team. mouz as well, coming from partially Han players. I believe Sexy Bambo is a stand-in. He's a Dota player. I believe he used to be on SGC. I'm not completely sure, but mouz I've seen play a couple times. They're very, very effective as well. So I'm excited to see how this game turns out between these two teams, these two German teams, of course. Alright, game is on, guys. Not going to be answering any more IRC questions, hopefully, but we're going to see bans and picks so far. And we're going to see PANZER ban out that Night Stalker. Just surprisingly, Kuroki loves playing that hero, or at least can play him very effectively. I've seen Kuroki do some amazing things with that guy. Anti-Mage also getting banned from mouz. And we have one more ban coming from the Radiant team, and they're going to ban a Lich, not sparing any extra time. They're going to use a Lich ban there, so Broodmother is still going to be in the pool. We're still going to have some other heroes as well, but I think Lich is pretty worthwhile to ban out, since he does counter so many hard carry lineups, or basically any lineup where you want to decrease farm, and Nature's Prophet will be banned by mouz, so we'll see if we get a fast Broodmother pickup. If not picked by PANZER here, it's most likely going to go for mouz. I also expect PANZER to play an Enigma as well. They really like Enigma play, at least in the Gosu Cup. They played Enigma virtually every single game that I watched them play, so I expect that that's going to be the case. Man, all I want to do is eat more cookies. I've been eating cookies the last 30 minutes before this game started, so it's okay. I can be patient. Man, they're taking their sweet time for the first pick here. Who are they going to go with? I mean, their first pick is really does dictate where they go with, and they will pick up a Broodmother here. He was the tier 1 ban that was still in the pool. But he does get picked up by PANZER. We'll be soloing either the bot or the top lane, depending on how things work out. And mouz is going to first pick an Enigma and pick him an Enigma. So, I'm sorry, Enigma first pick plus a Venomancer is what they're going for. And what's probably going to happen with this is both of those heroes have the possibility for push. So right off the bat, mouz picks up those support heroes that are going to give them the possibility to do a major pushing lineup if they really want to do so. Venomancer as a support hero doesn't need a lot of farm, but if he gets to about level 7, he can basically spam wards, push lanes, Enigma with the same Eidolons doing Eidolon conversions and pushing. And this is a little weird out of mouz. This is not very typical. I think in a regular game I would say, oh my god, this is weird. But I don't think it's a bad thing, because it's definitely a good strategy to go for. Venomancer and Enigma do get banned often in the second round of bans, so if you don't pick them up early like this, the enemy team can see it coming. And like, for example, if they picked up a Shadow Shaman or something, you know, which they might do now actually, that would be kind of cool, but it's easier to predict those heroes and end up banning them, so they picked them up right off the bat, which is kind of cool. PANZER is going to go with a Dragon Knight and a Windrunner. Dragon Knight has the possibility to do a semi-carry pushing strategy. He's basically the go-to carry in a lot of ways now. He doesn't get played every game, but he's very common now. I think I would say common, because his ultimate does do 20 damage per second to towers, which is really effective. Sing Sing is apparently not here today, by the way, guys. He's Sexy Bambo is standing in for him, if that's why you're confused. Oh, he left? Okay, apparently he left. Somebody said he left. I don't know if that's a fact, but... Okay, so one pick left to go for mouz. I'm going to maybe expect them to go for a Shadow Shaman for more pushing, but I don't know that for a fact. They could still get a hard carry. That's the cool thing about their picks, is that just because they have pushing heroes doesn't mean that they have to push hard. They could still do... Like, you can still have heroes who can lane effectively and be able to push. They're going to pick up a Sand King, though, for the first round, and I think that's really smart. Sand King is actually very good against heroes like Windrunner. He's very good against Broodmother as well, so I think this is really smart pickup by mouz. Can counter the Windrunner and the Broodmother, and be very effective against Dragon Knight before Dragon Knight gets either a hood or a pipe. One question in chat: can someone explain why they picked Enigma over Chen? The reason that they probably did this is because Chen doesn't have nearly as much teamfight contribution. Enigma is a really cool hero for the fact that he can do so many different things. He can jungle, he can solo lane. Those are basically his lane possibilities. Almost never would you see an Enigma do a dual lane or something. But being able to jungle and solo any of the lanes puts him in a really good position to be very versatile, first of all. His abilities are great. Malefice is very good at level 7. It's a 3-second stun spread out over 3 seconds, or is it 3 seconds? Something like that. Spread out over a period of time. It's a very, very good stun. Eidolon Conversion allows them to farm and push towers and push creep waves, and that's a lot of physical damage in team fights. It's actually pretty good for that as well. Black Hole is a really good ulti. And that alone, like those 3 abilities, in my opinion, puts them ahead of Chen. Chen is a better pusher. Chen has more support for his allies with his ulti and his Holy Persuasion to send allies back. But in an aggressive standpoint, I think, if not including pushing, Enigma is a better hero. And I think that's pretty easy to say. Chen is not a bad hero by any means, guys. Chen is better at ganking at level 1 to 3, basically. Guaranteed, going to be better ganker than Enigma. But it's just a difference in strengths, you know. Chen better supporter, better very low level ganker. Enigma more versatile, can jungle and solo lane, and have really big team fight contributions in the mid game. So that's why they would pick up an Enigma over a Chen. So I agree with that. I like Enigma better than Chen myself. Alright, second round bans that I have not noticed because I have been absolutely thinking about other stuff is a Void ban, fearing that he's like the second most popular carry right now with the Beastmaster out of PANZER, which I think is smart, because that Roar is really good against ganking heroes like Broodmother. In the Dire team, knowing that the Radiant still needs supports, is going to ban a Crystal Maiden with a Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition is banned because of his global AO, or his global nuke, basically. His ulti is just really powerful, and we may end up seeing, and it's very good at counter pushing as well. If they can put an ulti on a hero like Sand King or Enigma, Enigma usually goes for a mech. If not Enigma, Venomancer getting a mechanism, and that ulti is great for shutting down mechs. And the damage over time is going to prevent anybody from blinking for like 10 seconds or however long the debuff lands. It's 7? I can't remember. Something like that. Ancient Apparition is a very good hero, though, is what I'm trying to say. And as a support, he works out quite well as well. So we're into picking here for PANZER now. The bans are all through. They're trying to figure out what they want to go for. This pick is very important. Every pick is obviously important. But they're going to go for the support hero of the Tidehunter. He's surprisingly made it all the way to second round, did not get banned. But the only downside, pretty much the only thing Tidehunter's lacking is that he's a melee hero, basically. See if I have, let me see if I can, somebody asking for stream link. I'm going to change topic. We have a Weaver pickup by mouz here. Kind of interesting. He is also a very good hard carry. The only thing they're going to have to be worrying about, though, is shackle shots and Dragon Knight stuns. They're very, very effective. Alright, let me change the topic. Alright. Okay, a minute late, but stream is now linked. Okay, so Weaver now going to be played by mouz. That's going to be their hard carry here. The nice thing about Weaver is he can semi-carry as well. He can get, depending on his item build, he can have good game teamfight contributions pretty much. And that's what we basically will see out of him, most likely. He might go for fast treads, and maybe even like a medallion or something. I'd be a little surprised, but Dragon Knight in a way is a pretty good counter against Weaver, though, because he has such high armor, and Weaver does lower armor. I guess, in a way, if Dragon Knight has the bugs on him, you know, it's going to make him squishier, but as a whole, Weaver does most of his damage by physical attacking, just by auto-attacking him, and Dragon Knight's going to be pretty survivable against that, so we'll see how that ends up working out. Still taking their sweet time, man. They do not know who they want to go for their last pick, but they do have a lot of bonus time, and this is their last pick, so not a big deal for them. The only downside to this is it gives mouz more time to decide themselves. They're probably thinking about who they want this whole time as well. And down to 17 seconds, who are they going to pick? Are they going to want another support hero? Are they going to want a jungler? I think something like a Vengeful Spirit may be pretty smart, just getting another hard disable, especially a range hard disable. They don't really have a lot of range. I'm a genius. Vengeful Spirit, there it is, man. Predicted that one, and that's going to give them a lot of ganking power. And most importantly, Vengeful Spirit can swap an Enigma out. Even if he does a BKB, it gives them the option of being able to stop that black hole coming from an Enigma, which is really good. A minute and 13 seconds left. About a minute 20 seconds left for mouz here for their last pick. Probably going to pick up a support hero. Venomancer can hard support. They could also pick up a solo. They could solo Weaver. They could solo Sand King against the Broodmother, and then they could put Jungle Enigma, and then maybe somebody else with Venomancer. It's kind of up to them. They can go a lot of different ways here. I think they might be better doing something like a Crystal Maiden. Oh, Crystal Maiden's been banned actually. No Crystal Maiden here. Maybe another pushing here. They could even get it like maybe a Pugna solo would be kind of cool. I would kind of like that, see like a Weaver Venomancer lane, something like that, and then Sand King solo, Enigma jungle, and then maybe a Pugna, something. I think that would be a pretty sweet pick, but we'll see if it works out that way. Pugna would be useful against like Broodmother and Dragon Knight, I think, so I don't know, it's hard to say. Hard to say what they were going to go for, not as easy as that Vengeful Spirit pickup, that one's pretty obvious. Who are you going to pick, mouz? Who are you going to pick, man? 20 seconds left. Anything their team's lacking, probably stuns. Does damage block work against Weaver's second attack? Yes, it does. It counts as a regular attack, so something like a shield is very good. And they're going to pick up a Puck, which I really like, actually. It's going to be another teamfight hero, and we're going to remake for the other casters. So here we all go. Going to disconnect and leave the game. And the lobby will be remade in just a second. There's another caster that's coming to show up, so checking those broadcaster slots. I do like the picks though. Somebody says Radiant picks are so GG. They definitely have very good picks. PANZER is very good at picking. Oh really? I didn't realize the Geminate attack can't be dodged in a Camus. I did not know that. That's cool. Thank you. I'm glad you wrote that. This guy needs to get out of a broadcaster slot. Pretty sure that's not a streamer, at least. Get out, nice try. It's very frustrating when you're a streamer and there's somebody that just takes the broadcaster slot. But I think Puck's a very good pick. It's gonna be in that team fight, that silence. You know, that ulti is always really good, and another solo hero. So instead of going for support, they end up going for more of a team fight. So it could work out very nicely for them. But I haven't really seen Puck do really well in a while. People keep laning him on the hard lanes, and they end up not getting a lot of experience, and they end up getting killed occasionally. I do not know what we're waiting for. Let's see if anything is going on Skype. People asking for Lusigno, who's another caster. Yeah, people are picking DK every game because DK is really good. He's a little undervalued for sure. He's good at pushing, stuff like that. I theory crafted that shit a year ago. Ugh. Stretch. Okay, cool. Back into the game here. It's gonna be an AP. And there we go, game is starting off here. Venomancer. And we are missing one hero. It is Broodmother. Broodmother is the hero that is missing here. I don't know if he's AFK. I'm not quite sure. 20 seconds left. Come on, pick your brood mother. Alright, there we go. Alright, for the Radiant team. It might have been accidentally US East. He said he did Europe 100%. Huh. Alright, Panzer Leaf is going to be playing Broodmother. We have Alex on the Tidehunter. PAS is going to be playing Windrunner. And then we have Mystery Name playing the Vengeful Spirit, and Kuroki is going to be playing Dragonite. Very good player right here. Keep an eye on him, guys. For the Dire team, Mouz Rexy is going to be playing Sand King. Twista is on the Enigma. Sexy Bamboo, very good player, going to be playing Puck. Trixie GGGG is playing Weaver, and finally we have Dement is going to be playing the Venomancer. Going Gale first, and with some Sentry Wards so that he can guarantee that he gets pulls off. And Windrunner actually going for really fast Observer Wards here. We'll see, yeah, actually Venomancer will be in position. See if Windrunner still goes for it. I think she will, because she does have Windrun. And I think Venomancer knows for sure what's going to be happening in there. Nice Observer Ward. This is a nice one to place. It's going to make it a little tough for Venomancer to spot this. And let's look at the vision that it gives quick. I don't think we're going to see a team fight down here. Leaf is in position with the net up, but alright, so this is the vision it gives. It's going to stop the creep spawn. Ooh, Sentry Ward might not give him the vision, and he is predicting it, but is he going to be able to find it? Ooh, that is rough, man. Very, very rough stuff. Apparently the Sentry Ward is too far away. I don't necessarily know why he placed it all the way over there, but yeah, he's going to get screwed. He's going to have to use his other Sentry Ward to figure out where it is. Alright, he placed it here because sometimes people place Observer Wards about here, so he wanted to be able to cover the spot and this spot over here, but unfortunately for him, this Observer Ward in the bottom right is going to luck out, going to score them an Observer Ward. And, I mean, they even saw it. Venomancer walked right on top of it, was looking for it, didn't spot it. So what this one basically does is just checks anybody roaming from bottom, and most importantly, does actually spawn the camp and isn't as easy to deward, which is what we just saw, which is a really big pickup there for the Windrunner. So Venomancer realizes that the creep camp is not there, so he knows that his Sentry Ward was not adequate. He must have missed the Observer Ward somewhere. And will he come for a gank on the Windrunner? That's really going to be the question. Are we going to see a Gale? No, he's just going to hit him once or twice. Alright, bot lane is currently a Broodmother, which is really weird, supported by a Tide Venge. This is very, very unusual. Normally we'd see a Broodmother not just like straight up getting support in a lane. That's very unusual, so it's going to be a kind of an interesting game here. Sand King and Enigma both on the bot lane doing a dual lane, which I mentioned before. Enigma dual lane, very, very unusual, but they spotted out where the Broodmother was, so that's why Enigma and Sand King are both there, I guess. Mid lane is going to be a Puck versus a Dragonite on the mid lane here. He's going to be doing a pretty decent job, going to be healing up slowly. Sexy Bamboo is going to be able to do a lot of harass, but other than that, it might be a rough time, and it looks like Vengeful Spirit pulling creeps, and Dire Sentry Ward, or Dire Observer Ward's up, doing a really good job. It's actually even more sentries, and they predicted this ward was here as well, so they're going to kill that, and putting it down on the low ground just in case there's a ward down there as well. So I like that pickup. Once that they do deward the pull spawn, though, they're going to be sitting pretty good. Are we going to see a stun dodge? He does not actually go invisible. He's still level 1. He actually does not have Sandstorm. Is he going to survive? It's going to be close. No, there's the first blood. Hauser gets the first blood on the Sand King. Panzer Alex taking a lot of damage, just has Tangos to heal it up, and he dropped a Sentry Ward there. He did drop his second Sentry Ward just to guarantee the kill on the Sand King, so that's why they picked that up so early. And nice, of course, he picks up the regen rune now. Took a lot of damage, but he doesn't even care. And a nice early advantage there for Panzer. PAS doing okay, just about to hit level 2, but Weaver's going to get free farm here. He's up to level 3 already, and Dement still has not counter-warded that Observer Ward, so very unfortunate for the Venomancer. He's not going to get free pulling for the rest of the game. Surprisingly, the... Oh, okay, that makes sense now. The Observer Ward, this Observer Ward does not actually stop the creep spawn, which is something that I thought it would do, but since all the trees are missing, I was confused, but... Alright, Vengeful Spirit and Tidehunter continuing to pull. They're actually going to do a double pull here. That's why they dropped the net stun to make it really, really easy to do so. The first 5 minutes, the net is, or the trees being down makes it very easy to pull. And look at this, even going to pull some other creeps in. And these creeps are just being completely denied of EXP for the Sand King and the Enigma now. And Sand King doesn't have, he does actually have Sandstorm now, but he's only level 2 still. So still kind of a hard situation to go for them. And Panzer is looking really good, I must say. There's going to be a Gale that lands on the Windrunner, but he doesn't even care. That does like 100 damage tops. He can't pull, so Venomancer is basically dual laning now with the Weaver. Mid lane is probably going okay. Dragon Knight doing well enough. Looks like he's got a bottle on the way. Or a really fast ring of health. Interesting. A really fast ring of health here on Kuroki. Not quite sure what he's going to go for. Most of the times we do see Dragon Knights soloing mid, they end up going for a really fast bottle. But this game he's going to pick up the ring of health and have a crap load of survivability now. Sitting at 7 HP regen, 8.2 with his natural, and a nice breath of fire on Sexy Bamboo to do some damage. And he wasted a little bit of phase shift. Popped it just a little bit too late there. Now Vengeful Spirit continuing to counter some pulls here. Oh, looks like the spiders are going to get some last hits on those dudes, which is a little bit of a mistake, but he's going to go try to rune control, and it looks like it will be top. Kuroki will pick up that haste rune. Vengeful Spirit doing a little bit of roaming now. Going for 2 wards. Still doesn't have Poison Sting. But with this phase boots, I'm sorry, with this haste rune, Kuroki's going to be absolutely fine here. Let me know if you guys, somebody in chat says that they can't hear anything, but my mic is not muted, so it should be working. Tidehunter doing a little bit of pulling with the Tango so that he can pull creeps through. We'll see if he can time it correctly. Actually, the top spawn did not spawn. I think that's because spiders were there. Windrunner on the top lane, really not doing that great. She's got good levels, but very underfarmed. She have a bottle coming, maybe. Nope, it's going to be Sage's Mask with 2 sets of Tangos. It's going to keep her in healthy HP range. Going after the Sand King. Nice dodge by the Sand King. Dodges that spawn spiderlings with his, oohoo, bad sentry place as well. A little bit too far forward, and that does get dewarded. Really tough loss there for PANZER. Are we going to see an initiation going on? Vengeful Spirit getting ready for the stun. There's the Wave of Terror. There's the stun on Enigma. This looks really bad for Enigma. He will get picked off. Leaf picks up the kill. Such a dangerous situation. A solo Broodmother with 2 guys hanging out in the jungle the whole time. This is just really rough for them. And Windrunner looks to be in trouble on the top lane. She does have bugs on her, being chased now by Venomancer. And yes, the kill does land on her. The slow, not to mention the chase from Weaver. She does get picked off. I'm going to stop my render, actually. Should reduce my lag here. Niece turned on computer sound when he was away. You can hear everything. Okay, cool. I'll just stop my render for now. It's not a big deal. I can do this later. It's not like I need to render it right now. So that'll reduce or increase the frames a little bit and possibly reduce lag. Spiders in the jungle once again. I forgot. Oh, duh, of course, the spiders are on the Radiant team. I'm so used to the spiders being on somebody else's team. So those are looking absolutely okay. Dragon Knight on the mid lane now, level 7. Gonna pick up another Breath of Fire in just a second. Susie levels up here. But using his ulti to do some good tower damage and damage to Puck as well. Puck's actually out of bottle charges. Venomancer doing the smart thing, using his ward levels to easily CS. This is something cool that you can do, even if you don't necessarily have a good place to lane. Just drop a bunch of wards down. They don't do a ton of damage, but they do work down those creeps, and you just keep attack moving away from these dudes, and you end up not taking a ton of damage, which is the nice part. Another good Observer ward down. Gonna keep vision on the Windrunner, and Weaver looking to be aggressive again. Weaver is doing really good. Treads and a Basilius here. That's a lot of damage coming out towards a Windrunner if she decides to butt heads, which is not going to be worth it for her. So a lot of jungle farming happening. Even the Enigma now switching to the jungle, realizing that his lane was not going good. They did get picked off by the Broodmother with the stuns. Not expecting those support heroes to roam past. And Broodmother picking up Insatiable, Incapacitating Bite at level 7 as well, or at level 6 actually. Still hasn't picked up his Hunger. Kuroki continuing to do tower damage. He's actually going to roam up to the high ground. Okay, cool. He's going to drop an Observer Ward. That's going to keep vision of anybody coming to gank him, basically, while he tries to take this tower. And the poison damage now going on the Venomancer. So taste of his own medicine here. Every hit does 100 damage in Poison Man. It is a big deal. I did not realize Dragon Form gave bonus damage. That's pretty cool. Poison damage, man. This tower just getting destroyed. He's going to have such a fast tower. And there's Vengeful Spear coming for the gank. Work down the Venomancer that far, and all of a sudden, all it takes is one support here to show up and pick off the Venomancer. Nice gank. Puck coming back mid, he's level 7. Might be able to pick up Kuroki. It's going to be hard to say. He doesn't quite have enough nukes, so he pretty much needs to land an orb, otherwise he won't be able to get the kill. And good decision making by Bambo to not go in. But are we going to see Vengeful Spirit get a stun off? He might phase shift this. He's going to do 1 hit on the Vengeful Spirit. All it takes is 2 nukes, man, and Puck could go down. His HP is not that high. The orb will come through, dodging Kuroki though, or Kuroki dodged it at least. And Ven's going to swing back towards bot lane. Spiders will move. Good ping, just to make sure that the creeps can respawn, basically. And there's going to be a pull by the Tidehunter, trying to get a stack off. A little bit of mistake, and now the stack is going to fail, so. Power treads with the Sobi mask, I'm sorry, Soul Ring is what I meant to say on the Broodmother. He's going to be doing a good job against Sand King. They don't have any Sentry Wards up currently, but it doesn't really matter. He's soloing absolutely fine here, and I'm sure the gold advantage is definitely going to be in the Radiant team favor. Let's look. Yep, pretty decent advantage, 1k to 500. They'll get a tower soon. As soon as Kuroki hits, gets another ulti cooldown, he's basically going to go for it very soon here. He's going to try to take out the tower. He has a Soul Ring with that Ring of Health, which means his regen is ridiculous, so you can basically spam that Breath of Fire whenever you want. And another gank on the bot lane. They pick off the Sand King. Do we have Dust? There is the Sentry Ward. Actually took 1 hit of tower. Very, very dangerous there once again, but worth it, man. It's not really any different than popping smoke. There's the gank on Kuroki, though. He does get picked off with the Enigma ulti. Black Hole doing a lot, and the regen, he's not survivable against magic nukes, so he does end up getting picked off there, even using the Dream Coil on him. So nice gank there by the Dire team. Wow, that orb just clearing out spiders, man. They're going to want to take the tower. Who's TPing in, though? It's going to be Sand King coming through. That would actually be very dangerous. An ulti epicenter could pick them off. And Vengeful Spirit does have enough for a stun once she pops her wand. And mid tower now taking a lot of damage. So nice little swing there by mouz. It was looking really good for PANZER for a while there, but all of a sudden picking off Kuroki in the mid lane right when he was probably thinking that he wanted to take a tower. And the bot lane only getting 1 kill there. They did pick off the Sand King, but the nice defense coming back from the Sand King, and they end up defending. So Kuroki coming back now. He's got a really fast hood here. I like this battle plan. I mean, most of their damage is magical. Puck, Venomancer, Sand King, all of that is magic damage, which means Dragon Knight will be weak to. He doesn't even have boots yet, but he doesn't even care, man. Picks up the obscenely fast hood. He's got 16 HP regen per second. Even the Soul Ring won't impact him that much because he's going to be healed up immediately afterwards, and he can spam that Breath of Fire every time that the Soul Ring is off cooldown. Such a good Dragon Knight. Look at this. He doesn't even care about Puck nukes. Does like 150 damage to him or something stupidly small. 280. It probably does like... Yeah, it's doing like 140 damage. That's nothing. He's just about healed back up. There's virtually little that Puck is going to be able to do to slow down this push. Now, the Dragon ulti is almost off cooldown. The duration is almost gone, which is definitely a dangerous thing. So I don't think they're going to be able to use it on the tower. But they need to be able to take the tower when the enemies aren't necessarily there. So are we going to see the Breath of Fire? There's the swap. Here comes the Breath of Fire. Yeah, that is not good for Enigma at all. He does get picked off. We need a stun now on the Puck to get him killed. He does have an ulti, which he will use to keep those heroes not moving. But as the next creep wave comes through, we're going to see this mid tower drop. Nice play there by PANZER. Getting the pick off. Big ulti by Tidehunter, and unfortunately not able to land a stun on the Puck, otherwise he surely would have died as well. Full magic wand. This is just so dangerous, man. Early game on the Dragon Knight like this. It is looking really good. Leaf continuing to CS. He's got his Ogre Club. It's 11 minutes here. He's almost on a Black King bar. Sand King just has boots. And the only thing that is going good for mouz is the fact that Windrunner is completely underfarmed here. But Dragon Knight does get the last hit mid. Very good on him. Ward's apparently not able to jack that out. It's our level 4 wards, so could maybe have done it, but no boots yet on Venomancer. He's not had a very good game. And a little bit of invisibility on the top. The Venge will pick that up. She's going to be healed up with mana very shortly, and possibly going to get a gank off on the Weaver. We're probably going to see a pretty early gem coming out of the Radiant team, since they do have a Sand King and a Weaver here. It's just going to more encourage them to get dust and wards, but I think Dragon Knight's probably going to get power treads with a really fast pipe here. I expect them to get a pipe at least, and once they get that pipe, Venomancer ulti going to do very little. Vengeful Spirit scouting out the Weaver. He's looking to do a pull here. Are we going to see any support? Tidehunter doesn't have the mana, though, part of the problem. And I think Vengeful Spirit might just try to interrupt the pull. No, she's actually going to stay invis. Not too concerned about that. Looks like she's kind of calling for Tidehunter to show up. He's only level 6, though. He doesn't have a gush quite yet. Still needs about 6 seconds. And now Dragon Knight swinging top. He's got items as well. What is it going to be? It is going to be a pipe recipe, man. 13-minute pipe. Who needs boots? when you have a frickin' pipe at 13 minutes on a Dragonite. That is so crazy, dude. Such a good build coming out of Kuroki here. Still no boots, but he'll get boots afterwards. But who cares? Look at that. Dragon Breath. Creep Wave doesn't matter. Tower's hitting him. He's got 11 HP regen per second from the pipe. There's the swap. There's the Sentry Ward. First stun goes off. The black hole gets interrupted by somebody. Was that Dragonite? I'm not quite sure. The pipe goes up, though, keeping everybody so survivable. Kuroki needs a Fire Breath. He gets a kill. Venomancer goes down. Now he's trying to run away, but he's still regenerating 20 HP per second. Even if he's taking a lot here, I think he will actually go down, though. He needs a stun off to get a kill. And will it be? Enigma goes down, indeed. Panzer Alex picks up the kill. Kuroki does end up dying. And now that might be the end of Tidehunter. He needs a little bit of mana here. He's going to pop his wand. That's going to keep him alive. Absolutely fine. Will he ulti this? He's going to think about it. Is he going to ulti it? No, he does the Gush Splash. I wish he would have ultied that. Windrunner does get the kill, but a Tide ulti would have been absolutely clutch there. It doesn't do as much damage, though. That's the only thing. It would have only done 250. A Gush is 260 plus this 125 physical. Hard to say there, but that was the decision he made. He went for Gush Anchor Smash instead of doing the ulti, and now he's going to have an ulti when he comes back up. They still killed the Weaver, though. They had a good team fight, but they did lose 3 heroes, plus Vengeful Spirit, I believe, also went down. So, arguably a good team fight, but very, very close. I still think Panzer is looking really strong with this pipe on the Dragonite. Despite the fact that he did get picked off eventually, his HP isn't obscene, but once he gets like Power Treads and picks up something like Helm of the Dominator, he's going to be really hard to kill for the rest of the game. Windrunner with Phase Boots going to the top lane now. Broodmother on the bottom. Ogre Club on him. He's going to keep farming. Believe it or not, he's still farming. It's about 300 gold away, and then he's going to have his Black King bar finished. Going to send the spiders into the jungle. They are creeping. Getting a little bit of free gold for him. Dement still no boots, man. Magic Wand, Ring of Protection. Just using his wards to be really careful. Panzer Alex is looking for a Gush initiation. Just a Sage's Mask on him. He's going for either a Urn, probably an Urn, but possibly a Medallion. We did see a Medallion earlier today. And Dragonite continuing to farm here. And he gets all those last hits. Very good creep management. He's going to go check for a rune. No, you will not. There's about 30 seconds left. And one Observer Ward up in the mid lane just to make sure that nobody on the mid lane gets ganked too often. Vengeful Spirit continuing to do as much as she can. She has the Magic Missile maxed out. No Vengeance Aura quite yet, but the Minus Armor does help quite a bit. And that's going to be it. Broodmother does have his Black King bar now. There, he does purchase it. It is on the way. His mana isn't that obscenely high, but with Treads, Wand, and a Soul Ring, he is pretty much set. Invisibility on the puck. Nice Sandstorm dodge by Mouse Rexy, and there's the Sentry Ward. There's the initiation. All the nukes go down. Will he be able to survive this? He needs his Black King bar, but he doesn't have it yet. Good play by Leaf, but that's all that could happen. Very unfortunate. The Courier was halfway to his BKB. That would have been a victory. He would have survived the Sand King ulti, but nice gank there. Very, very well done gank by the Dire team. Dragonite popping up that pipe for some reason. Expecting Enigma to do something to him, I guess. Not quite sure. Getting all those last hits. He is pretty fast enough with the Dragonite ulti. It does give him, how much? 25? Half of a boots. Still has not purchased boots yet. Still does not care, apparently. And he will creep a little bit while the creep wave is gone. Doing a little bit of poison damage to each one. Windrunner on the top lane, starting the headdress, so very, very delayed mechanism, but she will get there. Most importantly, she does have good levels, level 10 here. Going to be doing good shackle shots. And wow, Weaver actually has his relic finished already. He's going to have a Radiance very soon. That's going to make a big impact. But the pipe, obviously, will also help out a lot for keeping them alive. Getting that pipe, man, 400 spell damage, that's 10 seconds of Radiance, at the very least. That HUD is going to be so helpful in the early game, and Broodmother unfortunately dying, but still, sitting on a Black King bar is looking really good right now. Vengeful Spear with the Sentry Ward, looks like they want another kill. There's the Urn finished on the Tidehunter. Dragonite continuing to just get last hits on the mid lane. Enigma's trying to interrupt this a little bit, but he's actually very underfarmed. Just a wand and boots. It looks like Dragonite's coming to the bot lane. They want to take a tower. He still hasn't bought boots. Go buy Power Treads, man. I know you're going to. Please, God, buy Power Treads. Power Treads. Power Treads? Yes. Alright, Power Treads and a TP scroll. Here comes the push, man. He is faster. He's got his ulti in 8 seconds. They want this tower. It's going to be an easy tower. There's the Breath of Fire. Going to hit the Sand King as well. His HP is going to be a little bit lower. Sexy Bamboo does have a Blink Dagger, though. So we're going to see a big team fight coming. Kuroki does pop his ulti. Damage is being done to the tower. There goes the puck. He initiates in. He's going to take out all the spiders, which is going to lower their power of their chance of pushing. But there's the hood going down. Big nukes dropping down on the Sand King. They're going to pick him off, though. His Sandstorm is on cooldown. Everything is on cooldown. He's definitely going to drop, and he does. Vengeful Spirit gets the last hit. Mid tower dies by Enigma in the meantime, though. Good counter push going on. You can't win the team fight. Go push a different tower. I think they're going to try to take a second tower now, since Dragon Knight does still have his ulti up. Needs to hit that tower. 20 damage per second can be done to it. Panzer Leaf on the Broodmother still has his Black King bar. The tower is taking a lot of damage right now. Glyph has been popped. Puck just trying to slow down the push. Does hit creeps a little bit, and I think the Radiant team might back up here. Not quite feeling safe about it. Weaver possibly chasing. Puck getting ready to initiate, and there he goes in. He is actually going to eat a nuke right off the bat. He's in a lot of trouble. A little bit of misplay by him. Does eat that Gush. Nice play by PANZER. And Broodmother actually ultied as his Black King bar is almost out. Sand King coming through. Big Tide ulti right before he goes down, and that's it for Sand King. Big Dragon Tail. And the pipe is popped. Everybody is healed up fully. Alex does drop to the Weaver hit. Enigma goes down. Now chasing. Big shackle shot on the Weaver. Are they going to be able to pick him off? They do indeed. Chain stunning. Dement in a lot of trouble, so on the Fire Breath is going to finish him off after the Vengeful Spirit stun. And a huge team fight win for PANZER there. Wow. Big Enigma ulti. But even still, the pipe was up, so they didn't take damage. Tidehunter had an awesome ulti, and Dragon Knight just stayed alive there. Power Treads, Wand, Soul Ring, Pipe. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. It's so hard to kill him in this game now. Unless Weaver actually did have the Radiance in that team fight, but not quite survivable enough. Just with the Power Treads and the Ring of Basilius, all they needed was a really good Shackle shot, and that's going to shut the Weaver down. That's exactly what we saw there. So Weaver getting taken out pretty easily, not able to do any annoying stuff. Got stunned for 3.75 seconds. Now they're going to take an easy Roshan as well. Even an ulti from Broodmother is going to be put into effect here. And all of these heroes add a lot of gold. Vengeful Spirit actually out, but still. Treads Bracer. It's really good. Puck ulti. I'm sorry, Puck Orb going to come through, doing a little bit of damage. Will he try to steal us? He is. He grabs it. He grabbed the. Oh my god, he grabbed it. He did it. Awesome job. Alright, he stole the ulti. Or he stole the Aegis. Nicely done. Oh my god, he got the kill for that too. Holy crap. 60-man Bow stole the kill from Roshan and grabbed the Aegis. Big play by him. That is equivalent to a tower. Sand King ulti comes through. There's the stun. Croaky in a lot of trouble actually. His HP is getting very low here. His wand has already been popped. He's going to go down. He does get picked off. And a big, huge swing coming out of Mouz. I cannot believe it. Sexy Bambo stole the Roshan kill. 200 gold to everybody on his team. And he grabbed the Aegis. Absolutely giant snipe out of him. Such a great play. That is game changing. And then they won a giant team fight. That was so big. PANZER a little too greedy, trying to pick up that Roshan. They didn't have sight on the top lane, but that was the biggest play of the game so far by Sexy Bambo on the Puck. I cannot believe it. He did die, burned the Aegis, but who even cares? It doesn't even matter. Even a little bit of shit talking coming out of Twista. That was such a big play. Holy crap, man. Wow. That was so big. Taking a big swing like that, that's like a 2k advantage that goes to your team basically. Look at that drop down. That would have just been a graph that continues to climb from PANZER, and all of a sudden Mouz is back in the game just a little bit. A moderate amount though. That's 1,000 gold that would have gone to the Radiant team that now went to the Dire team. That's the difference of 2k gold. Such a big pickup there. Now Sand King now pushing on the top lane. He's getting closer to his towards his Blink Dagger. He actually has quite a few levels of Caustic Finale. You can use that against the Sank or the Spider, or whenever Spider ends up pushing. Looks like he's a little scared to continue pressuring this tower. It may get denied as a result, but he's going to go into the jungle, and Weaver will be in position. Weaver has some items on the way. Is it going to be a Vitality Booster or a Reaver? It's going to be a Vitality Booster. It's going to tank up a little bit here, which is really important. When he only has 850 HP, you bet your ass that's important. So, tower is not deniable. Almost was. But Weaver now sitting at 1200 HP, much better with the Power Treads. And Venomancer with boots, man, he is farmed. Spiders in the jungle, getting free gold here for Leaf. He's up to 3100, possibly going to go for a Orchid this game. I expect he will. Orchid going to be very good against Weaver, and even heroes like Sand King or Puck. Once you silence them, man, it makes all the difference. Creep wave will be cleared. Alex wants a couple free CS on these Eidolons, which he will get. Nice deny there. Eidolon denying another Eidolon. It's a good play. And we have Tide ulti ready to go. He's only level 10, so not going to have a level 2 ulti, but still can make a lot of good stuff happen. Breath of Fire will slow this all down. The Radiant team basically wants to keep pushing. They're a little scared about getting out-carried by the Weaver, and they definitely have the pushing heroes to do it, especially with Tidehunter in the team fight. Enigma, Weaver, going to clear out the creeps. Spider drops the net. It's going to make it much easier for them to team fight and dive here. He actually picks up an Eagle Horn. Not going to go for the Orchid, surprisingly. He wants absolute max carry potential, and once he does get that evasion from the Butterfly, he's going to be looking really good. I'd be curious to see if he does something like a Nethril Blade would actually be really cool, but I'd be really surprised. And Broodmother's agility gain is actually not very good, so I think it's not worth it. Dragon Knight does get the last hit, though. Effective push by the Radiant team. They're going to go for the next tower instead. We even have a little bit of shield going on the map. Who is going to defend? It's going to be Sand King actually healing up. He does have his Blink Dagger. That's the important part. If everybody can get within the pipe radius, they're going to be sitting in much better, and everybody's actually at very good HP. Even Vengeful Spirit at 1200 here, with a pipe on top of that, and still no mech. Very unfortunate. And Weaver now pushing mid tower. Going to get it. Nice pickup by Weaver. But with a mech and a pipe, Radiant team looking to take possibly a lot of easy towers. Maybe not easy, but going to give them a lot more possibilities here. Puck's just regular boots here, sitting on a bottle with an Ultimate Orb, going for a fast Sheep Stick. It's going to help him shut down that Dragon Knight. And he's actually going for an Hyperstone, so he is going to be making an AC. Going for the absolute max team contribution while still having carry potential. And just stacking up armor at this point is going to be really nice, because that will reduce the damage that Weaver does to him. Once he does get that AC, Dragon Knight is just a pain to kill. AC Pipe, it's basically the tankiest, but still most carry kind of build you can go for. Works out really, really good. And the rest of the team, rest of the heroes still farming Mechanism coming on the Enigma. It's not going for that Black King Bar because Venge will be able to swap it no matter what. And there's the pipe, or the smoke, sorry. Entire Radiant team going to possibly pick up a kill. I don't know if they spotted that. Doesn't look like there are any wards in position, but the entire Dire team really backing up right here. A little surprised. Did they pop the smoke next to the creep wave or something? I'm a little confused. Enigma. Wow, Enigma gets the last hit on the top tower using his Eidolons. That's a huge pickup. An extra 250 gold for him that they did not die because they're looking for kills. Everybody is missing on action in the map. They know it's probably a smoke gank. This is why mouz is playing defensive right now. Even if they didn't see the smoke. There we go. Duration is up. They did as much as they could. Top lane going to take a little bit of damage from the catapult, but looks like PANZER is just a little undecided what they want to do, basically. Will they keep farming? I think they're going to keep pushing lanes a little bit. Looks like Dire Team actually going to swing bottom with the smoke, looking to get a kill. There is one ping from a couple Radiant players. Tidehunter going to drop a ward down. He's going to spot out the haste rune. If he can pick this up and scout out the enemy team, he could survive, definitely. Will he scout out the smoked heroes? Sand King gets set off. There's the stun. Is he going to be able to make it away? There's the gush. Enigma disabled. Still got that haste. He's going to be getting ready to do the Ravage. Ravage absolutely doesn't hit anybody. Huge mistake by the Tidehunter. Dire Team is going to be initiating. Sand King goes in as well, doing a lot of damage to Kuroki. Kuroki will get picked off in just a second. Black Hole as well, making a huge difference. And the Radiant Team should back up immediately. They pick off two heroes. Man, huge misplay by Tidehunter. He was about to ult right before the second Malefice went off, and he forgot to cancel, or messed up on the cancel. And even the Vengeful Spirit can go down. Big team fight for the Dire Team. Wow, that was so huge. The fact that as soon as Enigma's ulti was gone,
to your death.
As soon as that Tide ulti was gone, Sexy Bamboo initiates with the Blink Dagger, takes the advantage. They know that they were able to have a big advantage. As soon as that Tide ulti messes up, a little bit of damage being done to Sexy Bamboo. That puck, very good decision making by Leaf. He doesn't have any regen, so keeping him worked down just a little bit will make an impact. Will they go on the Weaver here? A little bit of a gush on the Enigma. They do get a shackle shot off on the Weaver. He's still invisible though, and he will actually be absolutely fine there. It's nice when you go Sakuchi and then get stunned. Gives you a couple more seconds of survivability. Sand King's going to stun right through. Going to pick up a creep wave, and the Radiant team going to take that loss and be a little upset about it. Wow, it's actually an even game. Look at how well positioned Radiant was. This was all because of the ninja rush that was taken by Sexy Bamboo playing that puck. As soon as that happened, everything swinged. Everything swinged. That would have been another 1,000 gold going up, and they probably went to lost team fight. It was greedy of them. That's literally why they're losing the game right now. They had a big advantage, and the Roshan was lost, and they were probably going to push more towers, and now the game is completely evened up here. Both teams have just as much capability. I mean, we had like an 11-minute, 12-minute Dragon Knight pipe, for God's sake. They should be doing better than they are, but unfortunately just not quite as much advantage. And it looks like Leaf is going to try to take this mid tower. A lot of heroes missing in action. Looks like Enigma is top, so they do have that safety knowing. Croaky is on the bot lane, picking up his Dragon Knight ulti, level 2. Getting some splash damage out of this one. If you guys are wondering why they take so long to pick this up, it's because the pushing power of the level 1 ulti is just so good. You do get splash with his level 2 Dragon Knight ulti, but primarily you want the first ulti and the third one. Those are the best ones for sure. And now it's good for him to go in the neutral camps, stuff like that. Since he does do the cleave, so AI neutrals are the neutral camps are a little bit more effective. Looks like we're going for maybe a smoke here for the Radiant team. Do we have any vision? Looks like the Dire team has no clue of anything going on in the jungle over here. A couple items come in the Vengeful Spirit. It's going to be a cloak. It's going to give him a little bit more survivability. Broodmother's still farming towards that butterfly. He's not quite got it yet, but it makes a big impact. Going from Eagle Song to a butterfly is a giant change in your effectiveness as a hero. Spiders are going to go in the jungle and laying that up. He's got a talisman finish. He just needs to get quarterstaff. And it looks like they're just going to let the bot tower fall.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Enigma is still going for the Black King Bar though. If they can disable the Vengeful Spirit, he will be fine. And Trixie going to take a little bit of damage. Tower's going to go down. Bamboo is going to be TPing to the mid lane. A lot of TP mids. They're going to try to keep this tower alive, but will it be effective? Croaky does not have Poison Dragon anymore, of course. He is very close to his AC. He needs about 700 more, 800 more, something like that. Sentry ward on the low ground.
Invisibility.
Not going to spot a ward on the high ground, though. More trees getting dropped. Croaky actually going to pop his ulti. I think this is a mistake. He's about to hit 16 here, and it's going to be on cooldown. He could have a level 3 Dragon ulti. They are very intimidated about this team fight oncoming. They want to take out the tower, but we might see initiation. Sexy Bamboo is thinking about it. Everybody's really spread out, though. Going to kill the Eidolons. That's a lot of gold right there. There's level 16. Now he's going to skill up his ulti and be like, damn, I maybe should have waited. But even still, they wouldn't have done that much tower damage to the tower if it wasn't for this ulti in the first place. So we'll see how this works out. Fire Breath going to do a little bit of damage. Weaver has a hard finish. Damn, dude, 22,800 HP. Somebody gets initiated on. It's going to be the Vengeful Spear. Why is he over here? Oh, it's the Windrunner, sorry. She does get mech. SK ulti comes through. Doesn't hit a lot of heroes, though. Big ulti by Tide going to disable. I think, yeah, Sand King getting screwed. Picked off on the Sentry. And the Sentry Ward that was made to D-Ward is absolutely great. Vengeful Spirit does the swap. That's going to keep them alive. Are they going to kill Enigma? Enigma definitely going to go down. Venomancer ultis. Everybody's getting really low on PANZER here. Are they going to be able to pick off Enigma? Enigma grot drops. Croaky Leaf still alive. Are they going to change targets? Weaver now going on the Dragon Knight. He does stun, and he's going to TP out here. He knows he won't be able to survive. And wow, that was close. 22 HP. That close to dying. Leaf is well going to make it out. Really close. Wow. That was so close. Radiant team. Wow. Big team fights there. I don't know if there are any buybacks on the Dire team. Let's check out. 0 buybacks, I think. There weren't any buybacks in that team fight. So Radiant team losing 3, picking off 2. Enigma Sand King. They got the easy kill on the Sand King, but the Enigma one took forever. His HP was so high, and the mech as well, making a big difference. And Venomancer very underfarmed, but he does have that Ghost Scepter, which is going to help out a lot against both Croaky and the Broodmother. But we do have a level 3 Dragon ulti now. It would have been way different in that team fight if he had his Dragon up the whole time. Auto-attacking by the hero himself in a melee form is not very effective. But he does have his AC. That also makes a big impact. Did that Breath of Fire just kill the catapult? I don't think that's supposed to happen. But he does have the AC. He's going to be very survivable now. We'll see what he goes for next. Maybe a Heart or a Satanic. I think a Satanic would be really smart. But we will see. Lifesteal would be good. Boosting up his damage a little bit would also help. Enigma continuing to farm, getting towards that Black King Bar. The Sentry Ward, man. This Sentry Ward was perfect. I love how they placed it right here. That way it can de-ward, but also give good invisible in case there was any fight right here. And SK ulti was absolutely inadequate. It barely, he like stunned away from everybody. He like blinked in, was like, oh crap, everybody's really spread out. I think he's maybe trying to dodge the tide ulti, I'm not quite sure. Ravage hit 2 heroes, SK and Puck. It did hit SK, I saw that. I didn't see if it hit Puck or not. I bet Tide, or I bet you Toby was confused or something. No new items on Dragon Knight quite yet. He's up to 600 gold though. And who's going to go top? It's going to be Broodmother. He does have his butterfly finish. That's going to make a big impact. Like I said, I don't think he had it in that last team fight. I don't believe he did. Excellent last hitting coming out of Leaf here. What is he going to go for next? Possibly Orchid? I think Orchid would be really smart. I think it's kind of an interesting decision. Would Leaf be better off if he had the Orchid over the Butterfly right now? You know, that Orchid's going to be so good against shutting down Weaver. Silence Weaver, just auto-attack the crap out of him, stun him. It's not like they don't have good damage and good nukes. If they had the Orchid finished, I don't know, it might be a lot different. Even like Windrunner could get an Orchid if she really wanted to. I think she should get Sheep, because Sheep also gives her some HP, but Tidehunter actually very underfarmed, but not a huge deal, because he can still gush and ulti like a beast. Roshan is back. There was a couple pings from the Radiant team. I think they're a little worried. Croaky actually a little worried about them not being there. So good last hitting. Going to continue getting last hits with his Flame Breath. He's up to 1100 gold now. And will they spot out the Weaver? Weaver is in the jungle here. Going to get a little bit of Radiance damage being done. Spider's going to scout it out. Not going to find anything though. Puck is on the mid lane. And he does have his Blink Dagger. Still an ultimate orb. Bottle is full. He's actually very close to his Sheep Stick. About 800 gold away. Spiders fighting Plague Wards. The Gale's going to guarantee some of those kills. Apparently, Plague Wards own spiders. And it looks like the Radiant team is getting ready to push here. Broodmother does have his BKB down to 7 seconds. Used it quite a few times so far. Windrunner still a little underfarmed, but Vengeful Spirit. All the lanes are pushed out adequately. There's the swap. Oh, that's going to be bad for Enigma. This is not good for mouz here. They didn't have any vision of them coming up, and the Wave of Terror and the nice swap. Level 2 swap makes a big difference, man. If they didn't swap that hero, he possibly would have gotten away, and that's a big pickup here. Can Enigma buy back? He can, actually. Yes, he can definitely buy back. Not the end of the world, but he does lose some gold out of it. And there's the ulti from Dragon Knight. The buyback from Enigma does come. Tower's taking damage, though. Does have -5 armor from the AC. Dragon Knight not hitting nearly as hard as he wanted to, and they may back up from this since Enigma did buy back in TP. All of mouz is ready to go. They're not quite sure if they want to fight this. Croaky did use his ultimate, so their timing window is going to be getting decreased here. There's the power shot. They're thinking about going in. There's another Breath of Fire. Slow down the creep wave. Ulti only has a couple seconds left, about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. They're going to have to back up, and yes, indeed, he's going to TP out. They leave immediately. He's going to clear the bot creep wave. It's a good decision, very, very mature decision out of the Radiant team deciding not to go for that. They basically said, if we lose this team fight, we're going to lose bot tower, because bot lane was pushing, and the Dragon Knight ulti was already getting quite decreased. Dire team is going to do a little scouting with this illusion rune, which I think they will scout out. Vengeful Spirit going to realize that's an illusion. Windrunner as well. 2,500 gold on Dragon Knight. What is he going for, man? I'm curious. Gonna see a team fight shortly. There's a power shot through. Gonna notice that Rosh is still at full HP. This is where it all started, man. Roshan. Wow, Weaver being really aggressive here.
Is under attack.
That was really dangerous. If there was like a swap stun on that man, holy crap. He could have just died. Any stun there would have started the chain stun. That was very dangerous.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Weaver pushing mid. Are they going to be able to catch Venomancer out? Killing these Observer Wards. Or the Plague Wards. Weaver coming through. He doesn't have a ton of mana. There's a tower dying by the Radiant. That was top tower. So it's good for them. They can just camp here. Top tower drops, they'll get gold. Croaky at 3k gold now. His buyback is definitely less than that. Can Tidehunter even buy back? Tidehunter could almost buy back. And Dire Team's still thinking about it, man. Another power shot just to scout things out. Weaver goes in immediately after the power shot. They know they have a period of time here. He's going to eat a bash right off the bat, though. He's not that survivable, though. He does have a heart, which is really good. He's going to get an MKB next so people can't TP out. Did we get a swap or something? Okay, I guess we got a swap. Puck getting out of position gets picked off there. Big play. Sorry I missed that one. And now Radiant Team is looking really good. They can either push for a Rex. They're going to take mid tower for sure. This creep wave will get cleared. There's the glyph. They might even be able to take a Roshan. Or a mid tower. Or a mid Rax is what I mean. Are they going to go for the initiation? They're slowing him down, man. Tower's taking damage. There's a Sand King coming through. The BKB is really late on the Broodmother, but he's going to immediately regen a lot of health. Going in, Puck buys back, Tidehunter ultis. Weaver might go down. Can they chainstone Weaver? They do pick off Weaver with the Dragon Tail. So much done here. Enigma looking for a black hole, but man, just auto-attacking him down there. Big play by Panzer here. Going to pick off the Venomancer as well. Puck, will he get out? Taking some damage. He's going to die as well, unless he warps through. No, he doesn't. And the buyback from Weaver is too late, man. Just not survivable enough. They almost picked off that Broodmother, but the BKB heal, using the Insatiable Hunger was just too much. Using that Butterfly, man, his attack speed is damaged, and that's going to be a Rax for Panzer, picking off a Rax here. Most definitely. I don't see any way that Weaver Venomancer can stand down to this. He's going to keep casting wards and stuff. There's a Sentry Ward down. But they're going to be able to see Weaver if he decides to come in from that. Kuroki's ulti is now ended, but are they going to get the stun off? Almost. He's looking for it. Mid Rax is down. They're going to swing to the top. They want a second Rax. They got a lot of spiders ready to tank. Tower's taking a lot of damage. 10 seconds left for Enigma. 30 on Puck. Weaver's trying to slow this down here, but the spiders are eating everything. No disables on him. Are they going to go on him? There's the swap. There's the stun. That could be it. Weaver might go down here. Nice stun from SK. That's going to keep Weaver alive just barely. That was so close. And there's the big black hole. Gonna catch 4 heroes. Leaf is in trouble. Alex is in trouble. Even Kuroki. There's the BKB. And he's gonna TP out. Both of these heroes know that that's pretty much it. Such a clutch stun from Sand King. That changed everything there. If he didn't stun at that perfect time all those heroes, Weaver would have died. If Weaver would have died, even if the black hole went off, there wouldn't have been any damage coming out of them. That was so close. Between a 2 Rax and a 1 Rax with losing a lot of kills. They did get killed a lot. Big black hole from the Enigma. That was so well played. But even still, Panzer is in a really big lead. It's the weirdest graph ever, man. Jumping back and forth. They didn't take the Roshan. Dire Team is now going for the Roshan because they did get a lot of kills, which is really big. And an Aegis on Weaver, now that he has a Monkey King bar, is going to make a big impact. It's already hard enough to kill him, man. I would love to see him get a Black King bar, though. I would really love to see a Black King bar in him, because he's not going to be able to be stunned by any of this stuff. 0 stuns on Weaver means he goes straight for those weak support heroes. He can go for the Windrunner now that he's an MKB, because he gets True Sight out of it. Or True Bash or whatever. He's going to auto-attack right through Windrun. It doesn't even matter. He will not miss anymore. And all of a sudden, Mouz is looking really good because of that little over-aggression. Daedalus on the Broodmother, that's last hitting. I'm sorry, that is called crit. Does a lot of damage. Alright, there we go. Picking up the Daedalus now. 25% chance to crit for 250%, which means he's going to lifesteal like obscene amounts. And he is going hard carry Broodmother build. Opting not for the Orchid. He just wants to be able to go stand toe-to-toe easily with Weaver, which is definitely going to be the case. Doesn't even matter that there's some MKB in the field. He's literally just going to like ulti and not worry about anything when his BKB is on. It is low cooldown, 5-second duration here. But he did survive dying there. And Tidehunter with the Vlad's very nice pick up there. So going to give some armor and some more damage to his team. And some lifesteal for Kuroki when he isn't happening to be ulting. Dragon Knight himself at 3,400 gold. And now the Dire Team looking to push towards a DD on Weaver, which is really dangerous. But still, not the absolute most survivable person. The fact that he does have the Aegis does help out a lot. There's the swap. Are we see the stun? There's the stun on the Weaver. Almost a good play. Definitely a good decision making by the Vengeful Spirit, but the swap is now in cooldown. Weaver's time lapse is just about the same. If he could have gotten the stun off, it would have been a huge difference. And there's the Satanic by the Dragon Knight. Perfect item pickup. He's going to be really survivable in these team fights here. and that does give him bonus 20 damage, not to mention the 25 strength, so it's a good 45 damage item. Top tower will drop, they do not want to fight there. They're going to wait till it's uphill and everything is nice and clumped. Such a perfect item build. I love this item build. Gives Dragon Knight HP, gives him that lifesteal, man, and he can pop it and just lifesteal like crazy during a period of time.